On today's episode of the Food Kraken, we'll be talking about beer, the devil's juice, bar bubbly, grog, ale, Kraken juice. On today's episode of the Food Kraken, we are reviewing beer. So, I grew up in a household that mainly drank wine. I started out drinking Miller High Life, the champagne of beer. And it wasn't really until the last few years that I started getting into craft beers. Beer was huge in the United States before Prohibition. It really wasn't until the 80s that there was competition. Before it was like the big one. Now you have microbreweries everywhere. Everybody I know brews their own beer. I am totally for creativity. But this beer, called La Roja, is an artisan amber ale aged in oak barrel. This is 7.2% ABV, and it describes itself as
an artisan amber ale brewed in the Flanders tradition, deep amber with earthy caramel, spice, and sour fruit notes developed through natural barrel aging. Unfiltered, unpasteurized, and blended from barrels ranging to over a year in age.
Truly an ale of grace and distinction. Alright everybody, are you guys ready to try this? I know I am. I've let the head settle down a little bit too much probably, but I'm really excited to try this beer. So let's give it a good whiff. Did you know that American Amber Ale, in comparison to English Bitters, the beer that it's based off of, is actually higher in alcohol by volume and also has a more bitter taste than the Swedish, not Swedish as in Swedish fish, the more sweet-ish English version.
Sweet-ish, not Swedish.
So I definitely can smell the fruit that it talks about. And I'm getting some sweeter notes. I think that's the caramel. Not really picking up the spices too much, but maybe once it warms up a little bit in my mouth, I'll start to get those flavors. While the first taste that just like straight out the gate is very like a sour cherry or apple. Reminds me a lot of Spirit Animal by Blue Owl, based here out of Austin, Texas. Essence, you can kind of see shadows on the other side. If you wanted me to tell you what color eyes you have right now, I would say they were amber. Yo-ho, it's a foodie's life for me. I eat all the food and drink all the beer, post pictures on Instagram. Why is that weird? Yo-ho, it's a foodie's life for me. Why does the sky turn purple before it goes back? Why did the nun cross the road? Because it was a habit. This beer has been Feeny approved. This beer has been approved by Phoenix the cat. Meow. Alright guys, well, like, share, and subscribe. I hope you really enjoyed this. Next week is going to be my carnitas style slow cooker chicken tacos. They were amazing. I did some of my own pickled red onions, so check out that video. Every other week I'm going to be doing a review, whether it's food, beverage, or even a product. Send me your comments and ideas below and I will try it for you and let you know what I think. Follow me on Instagram at _the_food_kraken. Food Kraken out.